Tonight on EA Sports, it's a special prime time.
Here's a punter, Thomas Morstead, to get this one started. And off we go from Cleveland.
From his end zone, here comes Jerome Ford. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Looking to throw right away is Watson.
And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 24 yards. On first down, Watson. He's going to look end zone here for Cooper. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Amari Cooper with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31.
And the Browns go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead.
Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Pretty clean and simple there, just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10
at their own 23. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now the pressure comes and he goes down just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
We talked about prior to the game, and it played out right there on the first play, didn't it? This offensive line is going to have its hands full all night long.
Well, you often speak of scripts to start a game. Does this mean that play number 2, they're going to go off the script a little bit?
Yeah, what's interesting is that most people, when they script now, they actually script those contingencies in, okay, in case they can't run the play they want to. It's long distance now. Let's go to that play.
Tough spot here, 3rd down and 11.
Here's Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Fielded at the 33. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. On first down, it's Watson. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. 2 first-quarter touchdown passes now for Deshaun Watson.
And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big streak like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5.
On play action, now Rodgers. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 27-yard line. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 27.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
Mike Ford in on the tackle.
Well, this defense for the Browns, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you feel like you can. And when you look at this team, you definitely think that it is, because anytime you can tell your offense, just get us a couple of touchdowns, we got this thing locked down, that's when you know you're playing well.
Now it's Rodgers.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Touchdown!
Tyler Conklin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Jets have got it back to within a score.
Zerline good with a PAT. And that'll make our score 14-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
On the return, here's Jerome Ford. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive,
it's caught inside the 25. And he's in for the score, and his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
On his Hopkins now for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it as we resume action. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Time for another drive here for this Jets offense.
So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. To throw, it's Rodgers.
He completes that to Garrett Wilson.
First target, first catch, and a first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Hall again on 2nd down. And space tough to come by there. So get maybe a yard to the 37.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down.
That's caught. This is Abanikanda.
And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
.39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Watson on 1st down. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play that time for Cleveland. 56 yards.
I'll tell you what, this is not going to be a fun discussion at halftime for this defense. They've been absolutely taken advantage of in the first half. And here's another play for big yardage.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
So, Charles, for this offense, we've been talking all year about how difficult it would be to run the table. And you gave me your chances early in the year. You thought maybe 25%. A few weeks ago, you thought closer to 50, but not quite 50. Now, here they are, 15-0. This is happening, isn't it?
I think it is, Brandon, because I do believe this team is too invested, too well coached to fall asleep with the switch now. And I think it ultimately benefits them to stay engaged all the way through the season, because make it to the finish line, then they get the open week to refresh and re-energize. But if you get off the gas now, that can really hurt you come playoff time.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Here's Dustin Hopkins now to try the field goal. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. Hopkins' kick is good, and they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
The Jets going to take over now late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers.
Well, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down. And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Pulled in at the 24. So we've come upon halftime here in...
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the 3rd quarter. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this 2nd half. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
They'll go again with Hall. And he'll have a Jets 1st down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw here going to be caught by Wilson.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 47. Hall on a give up the middle. He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage.
40 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Now 2nd and 3.
Rodgers now to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
They'll run with Hall.
And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Caught. It's Wilson.
They'll get it inside the 20.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Garrett Wilson.
37 yards.
And the Jets are able to cut into that deficit.
Zerline connects on the extra point. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Taken at the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here comes Amari Cooper and the rest of the Cleveland offense.
This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him, bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. A big play that time for Cleveland. 46 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
57 I got
it. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 25 yards.
And the Browns are closing in on that 16-0 record as they add on to their lead.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
On 1st down, Rodgers. Looking for a slot man, and he's got him. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. To throw is Rodgers. Wide open receiver complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now Rodgers.
This pass out wide to Hall.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit. Rodgers to throw once more. This is Lazard with a catch out left. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down. So a decent gain there, but not their 4th consecutive first down like they had on the first 3 plays.
You sound almost disappointed there. You want to fire the offensive coordinator on that one or what?
They've gotten into a rhythm. I thought they were just going to keep going.
Well, almost a win for the defense, but if that's your win, you're not doing very well right now.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal. Now Rodgers. This will be caught at about the 6. And he is out of bounds here. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Throwing is Rodgers. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets.
Breece Hall with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays.
And it was capped off by a Breece Hall touchdown run.
And the Browns are able to cover this one up. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They run it again with Chubb. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They go up the middle with Chubb.
And he will have a Browns 1st down. It has been a struggle, but it's looking like that'll be the one to seal a victory.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll run with Chubb. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Throwing now, Watson. He shakes him off. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Now Watson. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Jermaine Johnson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
So now Rodgers with a new team, but in a spot he's been before. Down by 13. At time, a huge factor. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a first down. And that one incomplete as it stops the clock, reading 18 seconds to go.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
Rodgers going to throw.
That's caught by Wilson and brought down, but a big gain, a gain that they needed. The only thing to keep in mind here is with him being tackled in bounds, that clock is moving.
Rodgers now on first down. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Here comes 2nd down.
And again, it's Rodgers. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Try to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. One final try for Rodgers. We've seen this before. And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone as time has run out on this ball game.
So no shortage of offense in this game, but a very clean game too, Charles. Each side got its points, but they did so without committing a single turnover.
That's so true, and it certainly felt like NFL football at its finest, right? You talk about the highest